Stop doubting. Stop judging. Stop projecting. Stop imagining. Stop meditating. Stop pretending. Start practicing being beyond self, thought, and mind, world, and body. So be the great breathing prayer of liberation and its fulfillment of joyous transcendence. So pray not to heaven, be the heaven of silence here now. Be silent and look neither within nor without, neither deeply nor superficially. Be silent and let silence look and see and hear and be for itself. Who will be this clear?
Is silence enlightenment or beyond enlightenment?
It's neither. And enlightenment is also not enlightenment. So enlightenment is also neither enlightenment nor unenlightenment.
Do we come into this world as silence?
You are here in silence. Silence is grace, grace is the space, and the space is the heart. Welcome.
Is silence a condition we're free to lose?
You can't lose what you don't have. Silence is.
Is there an experience of silence, or is there no experience of silence?
Is.
Is there an experiencer of silence? If there is an experience of silence.
You. Always here, already gone. Zero. Okay. Complete. Perfect. Already samadhi, meditation, already. Okay. Already liberated. Okay. Self-liberating. Okay. How else could it be? How could it be real if it's anything else? Okay. Who wants anything else? Okay. Who would want anything else?
If we are already liberated, are we simply missing the awareness of that liberation?
If you are, you are. If you aren't, you aren't. Phew. Always here, already gone. And if there's a function for a teacher, spiritual teachers, that's it. Always here, already gone. And not merely point to that, but live that. Always here, already gone. Paradox.
Is that a description of the deceased?
Always here, already gone. Phew.
Then what would separate the living from the deceased?
You. Or
if that is so, then what is to be learned from living or dying?
who knows?
Bapa wise, nothing so joyful with you.
Is it?
Can one suffer in zero heart space?
You can.
Thank you.
Mission granted.
You do. You are. Next. So the openness is preliminary, say, to entering state of bliss, say, openness, say, emptiness, radiance. It is radiance, emptiness, emptiness, radiance, heart's radiance, heart radiant being, not a concept. Not a concept alone. It's a display, a demonstration of liberation.
Is the path of liberation the path from suffering to joy?
You can say so. That might be what it is for you. It could be from joy to suffering. Be the same difference. But not that suffering then would be other than joy. Joy other than suffering. And joy might be sharing in the suffering of other beings, and that's we have a term for it, compassion. Crying with other beings, to be with them. Laughing with other beings, no difference. To be in that too. Being with other beings is part of realization.
So does the path of liberation take us, let's say, to the end of opposites?
Zero-ness is present. Zero-ness beyond zero-ness is presence. Always here, already done, already gone. No time, no space, no energy, no matter, no self-thought, mind, world, body, anything. Zero. Not an end, so it's not negative, it's openness. So not being limited by, and not being defined by or determined by, is infinite potential. And since you have karma, you're born into karma, the karmic conditions there are then regenerated, invigorated, reinvigorated, new life, new zest, new potency. Which means it's important to recognize, and you can be the best you can be at what you do under these conditions. See, going back to zero heart space or entering a mindfulness program. See, in your community, you know, in your neighborhood, wherever. Or practice on your own chant, see, deeply, profoundly, see, as a way of accessing heart blessings for yourself and others. Same result. Same wave.
Are we here to seek blessings?
Not to seek, we are here to give blessings. Yeah. Yeah. Because we're here as blessings in a very, very blessed sort of process. See? Grace, life, it's called life. See? Yeah. So since we have been granted life, it's good to wish life for us. This is part of the same wave. See? You know, continual birthing and rebirthing process out of the speech, out of your mind, out of your heart, you know, music. Same thing. See? We are capable of that. See? Being on the infinite wave of givingness, see, or selfless sort of surrender, and that means it's yielding to grace. It's not even that you doing it, but it is what it is. So people can relax into it if they can. Karmas sometimes do not permit any kind of relief. And that's the debt the person has with their ancestry, their blood, their self-created situation, self-limited situation. And now you need to recreate that so that what your conditions are, self-limitations are, self-liberations. You have to start liberating your conditions. You have to start liberating yourself from yourself conditions. And thinking because you're just a self that you need other, and then you in the box of self, other, othered self, and then you have two in the box, same box, no better than one in the box. Like two in a casket, please. I have a casket for two. Yeah, I have that one over there. Yeah, that big double there. For me and my other. Yeah, we're going in at the same time. Because I say so. Or she says so. Just another mind-created arrangement. Impossible. But it seems to work for some. In terms of what they feel they're here to accomplish. As separated from the universe, in a manner of speaking. If the me and you babe thing is a resonance that enables you to feel more open, heartfelt, then that could be a step to the universe. But if it's just me and you babe, that's not enough. Unless the babe is the divine itself, and you come back to zero. So me and you babe, me and you zero, hot space. No problem.
Would you call that 1 and 1 equals 0?
I call it zero. Already perfect. Complete. Done. Always here. Always. That's the key. Always here, already gone. Done. So our machinations in between that infiniteness is up to the self. And so I think as a self you should remember that you are appearing, but not really. You are programming others to indulge your programs of bondage, selfishness, maybe. And you have to reconsider that. And say to yourself, well, maybe there is no one bonded here. Maybe there is no bondage then. Maybe everyone is really free. Maybe I am too. Free of me. Me, my I and my mind, whatever is mine. Maybe I'm free of that. Right? Get to deeper reality. Maybe pure consciousness, awareness.
Does freedom entail compassion?
You're free to be compassionate. If it doesn't spontaneously arise in your case, you're free to be that. It's not the same for everyone. Everyone is in a different time machine, see, of karma. So this has to be seen as part of the, say, self-recognition process. See. You have programs that are ongoing, playing on, see, that are using you, and then you have to come to terms with what we were talking about earlier, getting back to zero heart space, to see if those programs are holding true, are holding valid, are holding necessary, and useful, let's say, beyond the point. Being for what? See? And so then we have a creative option, if we are creative and willing to be creative, instead of created and only willing to be created, see, as such, in the box. And no options. And wanting to have others with you in a box of no options, and that's up to you. Yeah. Yeah. So you both go down together, or you both rise together, depending on what you're programming yourselves to understand and work from, in terms of what the Spirit is about. So to own then is to be owned. To be owned then is whatever that means to you. And grace is of a different quality. Coming.
To be unowned is then to be full of grace.
You mean to disowned? To be disowned? Yes, to be full of grace. To be homeless is to be full of grace, in a manner of speaking. Yeah. To be selfless is to be full of grace. Yeah. So, in other words, to be less is to be more. It's a paradox. That's a spiritual reality. See? Right? Give it up so that you have it all back. Right? Give up your life so you can gain your life. See? Isn't that an old aphorism? See?
So would you also say that freedom brings obligations or responsibilities?
Freedom is freedom. Obligations are part of the freedom. So they're not obligations, it's just things. It's when you're free, you do. So when you're free, you do. You do what you do when you're free. That speaks volumes, see. And that carries you straight across the ocean, right? The great waters. When you do, you do. And what you do does. See. And what it does is justice, if you know how to read that properly. So do justice. And if it's the heart's justice, apart from political or religious bigotry, in the name of justice, say, in the field of the beast, if it's beyond that, then of course we're talking about real justice and peace, and calmness, and gentleness, and more potential for creating good.
Is justice a condition of karma or a condition of the heart?
Just this.